actually going to solve the question of finding minimum removes to make it a valid parentheses. So the code is, let's say if this is the string that is given, if we remove this one, this parentheses, then this will actually be balanced. So that is basically what we have to do. We have to remove the minimum number of these parentheses and make this as a valid parentheses and then return it. So let's see how we can actually do it. So what will happen is that let's say if it is a, B, C, and D, and there is two of these over here. So these two are matching, the rest, these two are not matching. So basically we have to remove those two. Then what we'll, let's say if it is A, and there's three of these, and there's B, and D, and there's one of this. So this and this is matching, and these two are not matching. So basically we have to get these two values, and then we have to remove the values at those indexes. So we need actually a stack which will keep a track of what is the indexes at which these parentheses are coming, right? And we need another stack which actually keeps track. We need actually another set which actually will keep track of the indexes that we have to remove. So let's see how we can actually do it. So so let's say if A comes, in this case A comes, we don't do anything. The first one comes, so in that case we'll say index 1 we'll store over here. Then for the B, B is good. This one comes, we'll actually remove this, we'll pop this out. Then C comes, nothing, we'll do nothing. D comes, we do nothing. These two comes, if it is empty, so at that point what we'll do is, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll store 6 and 7 over here, right? So basically we have to remove 6 and 7. Let's take another example. In this example, there were 3 of these. So in this case, it'll be 1, 2, and 3. These are the indexes. And then B comes, nothing, we do nothing. D comes, we do nothing. This one comes, we pop this out, and then this 2 and 1. So 2 and 1, which means these are the 2 ones we need to do. So in the end, we'll go through this entire string. In the end, whatever is left, we'll add it inside this set. So that is basically what we are going to do. So let's write code for that one, and we will basically do this. So we will say private static string, private static string, and we will say remove minimum parentheses. Remove minimum parentheses from a string str. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So we need two different things. We need a hash set of integer. We'll call this hash set is equal to new hash set. So that is good. We need a stack which actually keeps the track of what is the starting indices of the starting parentheses. So this is also for the integer, and we'll call this a stack is equal to new stack. Okay, so that is done. So basically now we have to go through each and every one of these values of the string. So we'll say for integer I is equal to 0 and I is less than str.length and I++. So we'll do that, and then we will say if str.character at index of I is equal to the starting parentheses. So if it is this, at this point of time, we'll just put it inside the stack. Stack.push, we'll just push the indices, which is I. Then we will check if if str.character at I is equal to the other one on this side. So at this point of time, we have to first check if the stack is empty. So we'll check if stack dot is empty. If stack is empty, that means that this is the one we need to return. So we will say set dot add and we'll say set dot add and we'll say I. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Otherwise, we just need to pop because there was a matching one. So we'll say stack.pop. Okay, so that is good. So we reach at the very end. So at this point of time, we actually have to get the value of the yeah, at this point of time, what might happen is the stack might actually have a lot of indices which are remaining. So we'll say while stack dot is empty, while stack is not empty, what we will do is we will say set dot add, and we will add the indices which is in the stack. So we'll say stack dot pop. So we'll add those indices, so that will be there. And in the end, what we'll do is we'll say a string builder. So we need to build a new string. sp is equal to new string builder. And what we will say is for integer I is equal to 0 and I is less than str dot length, and then I plus plus, we will say if not set dot contains I then we will say sb dot append, and we will append str dot character at I. So which means that if for the indices that we are right now, the set actually does not contain that indices, whatever is in indices we don't have to add. So if it is not in there, then we add it, otherwise we don't add it. So that is all we are doing, and then we'll say return sb dot to string, and that should fix our code. And let's actually go and check if that actually is good. So we'll check this string, this one. We'll come over here and we'll say, remove minimum parentheses for the string, and then see what it prints out for us. So run. And A, B, C, and D, and that is actually correct, A, B, C, and D. So that is good, and our code is working. So that is removed.